Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the eISL powered by Coca-Cola with associate sponsor Hero, esports partner Nodwin, gaming platform partner PlayStation, and digital collectible partner Terra Virtua. My name is Warren Super Johnny John. I'm going to be your host for the day, joined by Azim and Fixes as we head towards, well, the last game that will be played in the eISL. Ladies and gentlemen, the ticket to FGS is here, and one of the two boys that will be competing today will get the opportunity to, well, participate in the FGS.
Yeah, it's a huge honor. I mean, the FGS is the premier FIFA tournament worldwide, and everybody who plays this game competitively, that's the dream, right? That's what you want. And it's been such a long journey for them, for us, the last 4 months, the highs and lows of just the last couple of days for the boys from Chennai and FC, Navin and Saransh. And now it's finally here. They've got the money in the bank, and now it's all about the glory.
Well, let's have a look at the brackets, though. As you mentioned, the journey that these lads have had in the last few days itself. Well, yesterday we saw sort of a big part of it come to a conclusion with the finals happening against Mumbai City FC and Chennai FC taking the win in the last co-op game, where both these two players, Saransh and Navin, had to perform together in tandem to get the win. Well, today it's time to face your brother.
You know, this is the anime betrayal that we were talking about right from the very start, right? You have been living with each other for 4 months. You know, you've shared all those secret strategies, everything, you know, that you've got to do to take down your opponent. And likewise, yesterday also, you know, Navin was the one who was, you know, calling the shots to go up against Mumbai City FC. He could find all those gaps. He could find all those nooks and crannies. And now he knows how Saransh could be vulnerable. And the same goes with Saransh. Now, of course, you've got that experience factor coming in with Saransh. But lately, Navin has been on a whole different level.
And exactly, Navin has shows continuous improvement, but Saransh, talking about him, I mean, as we have garnered him as one of the best in the SEA region entirely, do you think, Azim, along with that, I mean, along with being called the best, we always expect him to perform, and Saransh, because of that, might feel some pressure today, like he's expected to win this?
Yeah, I mean, from the start of the tournament, he's not really looked like that devastating Saransh. Like, he's done enough throughout the tournament to get the job done, and obviously winning the eISL while doing enough. Still a good achievement, you'd have to say. But yeah, for him, he's going up against obviously a teammate who he has given a lot of support to early on in this tournament. He's given him a lot of advice and tips and tricks, and well, now is he going to be regretting sharing all his strengths and weaknesses with his teammate? That's the question.
I mean, it can be a double-edged sword just being together for so long, because, I mean, throughout the 4 months, I'm pretty sure these lads have always been saying, like, we're taking this one game at a time, one match at a time. So they were focused on the games that were just about to start for them. But, I mean, somewhere in the back of their head, somewhere in the subconscious, they knew this moment would come. And do you think, Fixtures, like during those 4 months, some secret black book was kept with every single strategy being noted down, every single mistake of Navin's being noted down by Saransh?
No, that's the thing, right? It's not a long list because Navin hasn't really been making a lot of mistakes, right? Now, yesterday also, it was quite literally proved him becoming the MVP of this tournament. Clearly clearly that one player that you have to search out for that has been taking it to a whole different level. Now, you're talking about Saransh stacked up against him right now. Now, Saransh, the kind of expectations that we have from him were clearly not met. He did his job done, but this is where Navin comes in, right? The local boy hailing from Chennai, representing Chennai and FC, coming in and suddenly surprising everybody. I mean, he was good, but this good, we never thought, right? Now, he's just getting better with every passing day, because even yesterday, if you take a look at the matchup, he was the one who saved it, right? Because had he lost his individual matchup there against Tikka, then it was all curtains for Chennai and FC. We would have seen Mumbai City FC going up against each other today. So Navin had been the hero throughout the entire eISL, and that is a feeling where you get acknowledged by one of the best players in South Asia, and that is quite an achievement, but I don't think he's going to settle at just that.
I mean, definitely, both of them are going to be keeping their eyes set on the ticket to FGS that we have right here. But Azim, you were quite mesmerized by the performance that Navin was able to pull out with his R9 yesterday. How important do you think it's going to be for Saransh to figure out a way to shut that down?
Well, I mean, Saransh will know what he needs to do, but whether you can tame the beast within Navin, that's a different question altogether, because he's been so explosive in that final third, just like going through one defender, two defender, three defenders. It doesn't seem to matter to Navin right now. But Let's see. I mean, going up, this is the first time we're getting to watch this matchup in the 4 months that we've been covering the eISL. Obviously, we've never seen the teammates going up against each other. So for both of them, I mean, it's going to be a fascinating battle.
It is definitely going to be fascinating. It is going to be exciting. But let's hear what the players have to say about the fact that they will be facing each other right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, it is going to be the two wonderful lads, Saransh and Navin. Navin, starting off with you, how are you feeling going up against Saransh right now?
As I said yesterday, it's going to be a very cagey match because he knows what I'm going to do. I know what he's going to do. So it will be like both of us like getting one chance. I think like against the Tika, know what happened. It will be like that one chance or two chances which will change the game. Like.
And Saransh, for you, my first question is going to be, usually when friends compete amongst each other, in friendlies it's different, but this time it's on a stage. So have you guys decided to just go all out, just keep everything on the within the game and just compete at the best of your abilities?
Yeah, definitely. I think like I heard you guys mention yesterday that like we're not teammates for today, but that's not the case. I think we're gonna be teammates always. I think he's always gonna be my brother. But yeah, in the game, like when we're focused, it's gonna be in the game, right? After the game, I'm sure we'll both be celebrating no matter what the result is. So let's see how it goes.
All right, so this is where, it comes down to preparations, right? So after the event yesterday, did you go back home and, get back to your drawing boards, think about the strategies to take Saransh down, and likewise, even for you, Saransh, because Navin has been the revelation in this tournament so far, so he's definitely not going to be that easy to beat, right?
Yeah, definitely. I think I played a couple of friendlies at night. Usually I'm playing with Naveen, but this time I couldn't. So I played a couple of games with other people. So I'm kind of prepared, kind of not. Like there's no proper preparation you can do to face your own teammate, right? So
What about you, Naveen?
Yeah, I mean, have a quick question for Naveen. So Saransh is wearing his lucky hoodie today. Did you make any attempt last night to maybe steal it, put it in the laundry so that he doesn't have it for today?
Actually, I gave him the jersey because he doesn't have a larger size, so maybe I've done something to the jersey, so I hope it works.
Hopefully it works, or maybe Saransh is like, all right, this is mine. Take it. I'm gonna win now. This is your lucky hoodie getting covered up. Did you guys decide on a particular like usually in when you're going up against your friends, you're gonna be like, I'll score 5 goals against you. That's pretty easy for me to do. Was that some sort of banter between you two before you came for the match? All right, let's see who's the best right now. We have won everything. Now it's just you and me, buddy.
I think Naveen keeps a lot of possession, so I told him that like I won't let you have the ball that much. Generally, I'm generally like I prefer a fast me up like nothing. So I'm gonna have to play slow. So let's see. Hopefully it works out.
So Naveen, by what scoreline do you plan on beating Saransh tonight?
I'll be happy with 5-0, but
Oh, nice. 5-0.
Right.
And for you, Saransh, what do you have to say about that?
I think I'll try to keep like 70% possession against him.
No, I'm talking about goals, man. Possession, yeah.
No, we don't need to score goals. Yeah, we'll just keep the ball and chill out. Possession against him.
No, I'm talking about goals, man. Possession, yeah.
No, we don't need to score goals. Yeah, we'll
Naveen and Saransh, thank you so much for joining us for this interview. Good luck to
just keep the ball and chill out.
wait. What game management again?
Yeah.
Even before the match.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So the target for Saransh. Naveen and Saransh, thank you so much for joining us for this interview. Good luck to both of you for this match that is about to happen. And once again, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys.
you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So the target for Saransh is 70% possession, and for Naveen is 5 goals.
Yeah, it's the mind game's clearly beginning over there. Will be interesting. I mean, for all you know, we'll see Saransh having no possession and just playing on the counter attack. So small mind games, you'd have to say. And I think for Saransh, it will be that even though the MVP prize and everything is all wrapped up, but I think just for that psychological edge, he would want to score those few more goals than Naveen and say, you know what, for that extra banter, I still scored more goals than you.
And more than that, it's a chance to represent yourself in FGS, right? What could be bigger than this, right? It's the premier event of it all. Every FIFA competitive player somewhere down the line has been eyeing out for it. Now, this is Saransh, who's always been in that sort of a zone, right? He's been the one who's represented even India on multiple occasions, and this time with Navin coming in out of nowhere, his first major big tournament, and here he is, all basking in that MVP glory. And I think this is going to be such an interesting fixture altogether, because it's just that one matchup. Ideally, we're accustomed to see two leagues, but now we're just having this one matchup which decides the fate of these two players.
I mean, definitely. And Azim, we do have the stats in front of us, but how do you reckon these two lads compare against each other? I mean, we have always talked about what Navin looked like, be it against another club that he was competing with, but never have we compared him against his own teammate.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it's very, very close, the head-to-head. I mean, just the 2 goals to separate them across the tournament. But I think Navin, as Saransh pointed out yesterday as well, the guy who has been the hardest to beat. He's probably lost the fewest games in the eISL all throughout, and been that guy who, when he can't win, he manages to grind out that draw. So he gets the result, he gets the job done, and that's what, first time they're having to give the good luck across the table to each other. A strange feeling for them, I'm sure. But I'm sure we're just moments away from kickoff now for what's going to be an absolute cracker of a match.
They look like they're worried about each other in this.
I think this is as the old saying goes, right? It's the best friend that hurts the most when you go up against him. So of course they have had their rivalries. They've got that drama, everything. It was such a roller coaster ride, but it all comes down to this matchup. These 90 minutes are gonna decide the fate of the players playing right now. We do have Navin, of course, in Chennai in FC jersey with the blue one, spotting it from left to right. On response, we do have Saransh in his white from right to left, and Navin, he's been the one maintaining a lot of possession, and the first task at hand for Saransh would be to reclaim it back.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see if Navin tries to give up or will give up any possession to Saransh, and almost managing to get that ball back. So I do expect, as they said, for it to be quite a cagey affair. I don't think we're going to see a particularly high-scoring match, just because these players know each other so well. I mean, they know absolutely everything inside out, and obviously they've played so many friendlies against each other in preparation. And here we see getting into the box over there, but well read, you would have to say there, by Saransh, not allowing Navin to get that shot away. But taking his time now to build up, as he said, wants to keep that possession, and has given it away a little cheaply in these opening minutes a couple of times. But now he'll be looking to just hog that ball as much as he can, try to tempt Navin into pressing him, and see if he can capitalize on a mistake.
This is where Navin really thrives, right? He knows if the opponent, what the opponent is trying to execute, and instantly has a countermeasure for the same. But this time we do have Saransh trying to build the attack up. He's been maintaining quite some possession there. He wants to get a little bit deadly. Already we've seen those attacking instincts from Navin right away with the start of the game. He wants to go big, and he wants to do it really fast.
Yeah, and there you go. The high press from Navin, and a cheap giveaway from Saransh over here, and Navin on R9. That's not slight cut back to the bullet in the midfield, but yeah, you can see Saransh over here pressing very hard. You want to see running at you. A big chance over here. Gets in the box with Zidane. Can he find a pass? Bump off the ball, and now has the opportunity to shoot. Decides not to take it. Goes with Maradona now and Hullet. Very tight, very congested over here. And this is where we're seeing both players cancelling each other out.
Oh yeah, and this is getting exciting as ever, right? Whatever they're trying to put on the table, the other one knows how to counter it and how to deal with it. But Saransh, this is it, right? This is the moment that where he has to unleash the beast within, because it's the last matchup of the eISL. They've played numerous games, and we have been sort of missing that deadly Saransh. Such a right occasion to come out, right? He's lost on that MVP race. Surely does not want want to miss out on the golden ticket. But Navin, boy oh boy, he is one of those players who does not want to give it away. Now playing from the wings. Now this is really good movement coming in with Maradona. Has to dribble past the defender. Does that beautifully just to mess it up at the very end. Had the pass gone through, I was looking at a 1-0 for Navin.
Yeah, but again, Saransh able to read what he's doing. I mean, these guys, we've done not just the fact that they've, of course, been teammates, the fact that they've played co-op together as well adds that additional layer of knowing, what the other player is thinking at all times, because they've been in attack together, they've been in defense together, they know exactly how the other operates. So going to be very, very cagey, but very good quality football being played over here between these two players, trying again to find R9. That seems to be the go-to tactic for Navin, just trying to get that ball to R9 at every given opportunity, because he knows once he gets into that flow, he can just beat defenders and get that shot away. Saransh now, you can see, it is that that possession hog tactic that he was talking about. He's doing a good job of it so far.
Oh yeah, I think both the players, they've done a decent job. But it would be such a shame if it ends in a penalty shootout, right? But this is a good chance for Suraj, goes for it, almost done it. And there you have it, Chennai FC Saransh Jain getting the breakthrough over here, the 30th minute. And it was the confidence that he needed, the cojones to take a shot from that angle and succeeded, getting that early breakthrough, putting Navin under tremendous pressure. Ideally, the keeper that we have in contention, Van der Sar, does not tend to miss shots like that. But on this occasion, out of every single day, Azim, this had to be the one where he concedes that a goal like this is going to break Navin's heart.
Yeah, I think the shot took a bit of a deflection as well, which is what made it a little bit more complicated for the keeper to save. But no time for Navin to think about it. Of course, he's got a half and something to do something about the scoreline. And we have seen Navin come back from a goal down plenty of times before, but now in a game as tight as this, it just took that one opening for Saransh to create the opportunity. He has had one chance and he has taken it, and that's really what has made him one of those most feared players in the Southeast Asian region. But now getting forward is Navin. What a finish with Zidane into the corner as well, and you wouldn't have expected him to take that shot on, but he does, and suddenly 1-1, everything to play for, and Navin right back in it.
The smile just seems to have vanished on both the corners. We have, I mean, just before that, they were all in smiles, everyone happy. And once he whizzed the goal down, Navin knew that this was the moment where he had to get his game face on. Clearly could see them both focused. Now it is one each apiece for both these lads out here, 40 minutes in. Do we get to see one more goal being scored by either of the players before the end of the first half? Now, that's a big question. But for what we've really seen, Navin, that was such a good comeback, right? And this has happened quite often in the eISL. Suddenly, you feel like you've got that one-goal lead and you would be wanting to calm yourself down, settle the dust a little bit. And that's the moment you get strike. That's the moment you tend to concede a goal. This could have been a really, really brutal break had Saransh gotten himself onto it. But thankfully, the keeper coming out and making sure that gets the job done. And Navin now, this could be a really good break with Mbappe. Has to get the perfect control, beating the goalkeeper. But no! Unbelievable! How on earth did Ruben Diaz make that save, Saransh Jain?
Oh my goodness, and what a poetic moment over there. Navin doing to Saransh what Saransh has done to so many countless opponents throughout this eISL. Sitting the keeper down with a shot cancel, but Saransh knew, because that's his move. That's what he does, and he knew to get the defender back on the cover. 2 clearances off the line over there. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Oh, I'm not even kidding if I said I almost broke the sofa over here with that last miss. But look at this goal. This was so mesmerizing just to watch, going out to the far post. A little bit of finesse there, and Navin knew. I think from the first half, what we can really take is Navin has been the better player, right? He's been creating the better chances. He's been really crafty, but boy, oh boy. We have seen Maldini in those positions. Today it was Ruben Diaz for Saransh, but he managing to just save him from the cusps of getting a goal down. Now again, we enter into the second half, the final half of the eISL, ladies and gentlemen. And this is going to decide who is going to get all the glory. Both these players, they've managed to win that 15 lakh rupees. Navin has managed to secure that extra 4 lakhs and that NFT from Terra Virtua. But this is the golden ticket that we are talking about that is on the line. And Saransh Jain being really prolific, starting to look very deadly. But at the same time, Saransh, in fact, Navin, looking very alert and steady on his defense, not letting it through.
Yeah, very cheap giveaway there from Navin, and Saransh, you could see trying to play that ball early, not able to get that pass the way he wanted it. Bit of pressure on the ball, but yeah, Saransh has to avoid those situations, just like we saw at the end of the first half, where he overcommits those fullbacks of his and then leaves acres of space in behind. And that has been one of the weaknesses that a lot of players have tended to exploit for Saransh, that he tends to get those fullbacks forward, leave a little bit of gap in the middle, but now big opportunity, slides in Maradona on the weaker foot, trying to get it onto that stronger left foot, but still, I think hesitated a little too much over there, and the chance is gone for Saransh. Usually you would have expected to just have that shot taken, but Saransh, probably the occasion, probably the nerves also getting to him as well. Not playing that instinctive finish that we would have really expected him to.
Oh yeah, but right now we've got to see if Navin has something to counter-attack him, if he's got something to, try and get a score in the early phases of the second half, as he is dribbling past, but Saransh making sure that he does not get away. So one of those things that I've really noticed over here is Navin is utilizing a lot of the corners, and what a goal was that! Hitting the crossbar out of nowhere with his signature R9. Oh, Navin, you beauty. Is this the goal, Azim, that could decide the fate of Navin in the eISL, giving him that golden ticket that we have been talking about so often?
Oh my goodness, I did not expect him to take the shot on from there, but the confidence that he seems to have with that R9 and that finishing. But now Saransh is in, shortly has to score, sits the keeper down, and it's back again. It's 2-2. This is blow by blow. They're trading blows right now. It's like a boxing match, and it is all happening over here. Well, what happened to that KG game we were expecting? It's suddenly 2-2.
Suddenly a huge slip through the defense, letting Saransh that sort of room and space. He's bound to attack. He's bound to punish you for that. I'm pretty sure Navin must be kicking himself in the foot for letting that go by. Ideally, on any other occasion, he could have defended it so easily. But this is something that has happened with a lot of players, right? They tend to get a little bit complacent about the fact that, they just scored a goal. They're on a whole different high. The adrenaline is kicking in, and suddenly you let a goal like that pass in through, and somewhere down the line it is going to come back and bite him for sure, because you do not give Saransh Jain that sort of a room and opportunity, because every single time he does get that, he will capitalize. Now Navin, I really believe, has to get back into playing from the edges, and that is the go-through strategy that has been working out for him. But Saransh trying to just dribble across the defenders, and that has been his style of play. We've seen him getting that flick around, and that is something that Navin has been watching out for so long. But if you give that much amount of room and space, then you're bound to get clobbered for that.
Yeah, wonder if Saransh might think about that long shot with Maradona over here. This time just trying to bait Navin into making that mistake. Fires that ball into R9. This time, it's the opportunity, gives up the opportunity to take the shot, and Navin is on the back foot over here. He's not willing to make that tackle, and that could be a big chance over here. Still an open goal, but Navin somehow recovers. And over there, it just felt like Saransh was unwilling to take that shot on, wanted the clearer angle. Now has Mbappe in the edge of the area with the Marseille Roulette. Probably the shot might have been a better option. Again, has the opportunity to take it, and Navin somehow managing to scramble that clear.
Yeah, of course. Ever since, Saransh conceded that second goal, he's gotten so much more better. He's got so much more threatening. Every single second, Navin has been on the back foot trying to defend to his dear life and making sure that he does not concede any more than that. Because at a point like this, when you're hitting that 75 minutes marker, one little goal conceded, that is the end. That is the end of his dreams of representing himself in the FGS. And this could all end for Navin over here with Saransh getting that breakthrough, making sure, gets that easy pass in to R9 and scoring it all 77 minutes into the game. And Saransh Jain 3-2 up.
Oh, what a blockbuster match we're seeing over here. And right now here, Saransh is showing us that caliber, that killer instinct that has made him one of the most feared players in the Indian and the Southeast Asian FIFA scene. The composure, and there's two elements to that goal over there. One was the willingness and almost the daring ability to win that ball up, high up the pitch, try and put that tackle in, and then the composure over here to just find that little dinked pass to R9. And there was panic in defense from Navin over there, and Saransh, he sensed the blood and he has capitalized, and now he has the lead with just under 15 minutes or so to play.
Oh, how does Navin come back from this? Clearly exhausted, broken. But let's see, this is where, you know, diamonds are forged. If you can at least force an equalizer, can at least take it to extra time. Now, that is something that's going on in his mind. Saransh has completely denied him the possession. Now, for Saransh, this is the moment where you can be talking about ethical game management, Azim, right? This is the moment you know that if you're giving the ball away to Navin, he's bound to score. So clearly, the first task for Saransh would be to reclaim the possession back, which he has done. And now this is what we're talking about, right? The game management coming out. He's making sure that he frustrates the world out of Navin, you know, forces him to make those mistakes, which he ideally wouldn't. And this is going to get on and on.
Yeah, he's just forcing Navin to come and press him as much as he can. And Navin doesn't look like he has applied that constant pressure press option. And Saransh has to be very careful over here. It's a dangerous game to play, to just try and keep that ball at the back. And he can end up giving it away. Almost gave it away there to Navin. And you can see aggressively Navin now just trying to win that ball. And now finally he has. Will he get it? Oh, unfortunate over there. The game physics just failing him a little bit. And he still might get that ball back. You know, Saransh is not in a comfortable position over here. Just manages to get it out. And with 7 minutes on the clock, again, I think fortune not favouring Navin. This time, he gets the break and now will come forward. Saransh is going to aggressively try to win that ball back. Navin just taking his time to reset. This is it. The last moment, potentially the last play of the eISL. 4 months it has been this journey, and it could potentially come down to this over here. Now into stoppage time. Navin trying to get in with Cruyff. Can he fire a ball in? I think that's done. That surely is it. Saransh has got himself that golden ticket. He's heading to the FGS. What an absolutely brilliant match and a fitting end to 4 months of absolute entertainment here in the eISL.
Oh, what a champion Saransh Jain is. You know, when it all mattered, Azim and Johnny, he was the one who rose up to the occasion. But this is a hero. He is a warrior, Navin. Nothing taken away from him. That one little mistake, he even acknowledges it. And that emotion just flirting out of Saransh clearly speaks volumes of how much this means to him. He has been doing this job. He has been a professional player from quite a long time. And this hug says it all.
I mean, I would have loved to see a game like this every single day. This was just amazing, the goals being scored. And, well, that one saved by Ruben Diaz as well was pretty incredible. So, but still, Saransh 3-2 win and also ticket to FGS. I mean, at the end of the day, there can only be one king, and this time that is going to be Saransh.
Yeah, clearly, you know, just making sure he sort of claims his authority, you know, being the best amongst the best, right? And that is Saransh Jain for you. Every single time, you know, Navin was the more consistent player. Navin was one of those players who was even looking deadly by the end of the first half. But ever since that second half did come upon us, ever since Navin scored that goal and suddenly he conceded that, after that, I don't think Saransh left any room and space for him to breathe. I think he did exactly what he came in here for. And this is where we've got to agree, the experience factor, you know, that ability to handle pressure comes in, and Saransh saw it through.
I mean, exactly, and there were a few moments when Navin was able to find critical openings for himself, but was unable to finish, and that is definitely something that's going to break his heart. But what I liked about the game was when it ended, you could still see the smile on Navin's face. He knew he took a loss, but it's his brother-in-arms that is going to be moving forward to the FGS.
Yeah, I mean, I think for them it's a case of, okay, we won the eISL. One of us gets to be the MVP, one of us gets to go to FGS. So it's sort of win-win for both players, something for everybody to take home. So it's been a fantastic journey, and what a great game that was. I think in terms of both the attacking play, the defensive play that we saw from Saransh over there, were literally last-ditch 2 clearances off the line to keep himself in it. And yeah, absolutely top-notch entertainment over here. This is the cream of the Indian FIFA scene that we're seeing right now.
For now, let's have a conversation again with both the boys who are going to be joining us after the clash. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome once again Navin and Saransh after their game. First of all, Navin, that save from Ruben Diaz.
I don't know what to say about that, like, because I've gone past the keeper and you expect anyone to score a goal from there, like, and it was like not my day, I feel like. But one thing will always be he did it for him, so it's like whatever happens, it's okay. I was prepared for this. Whatever happens in the game, like, okay.
So, I mean, Naveen, tell us something about that second goal that you conceded, because, you know, having that room and space to a player like Saransh, and he was bound to punish you. So, what went wrong over there?
It was basically the kickoff. Like I messed up with my switching actually. Like I thought I switched to the LCB, but it was the RCB, so I moved the other side, so he got a lot of space. And then I came in with a slight tackle. After that itself, I knew it's going to be goal. Like, and he had the composure to go past the keeper. So
yeah, I mean
it's the first goal actually, because the first goal was an own goal by Van der Sar, I think. So that's what I'm more worried about, like, because own goal is like not you can concede in FGS final.
Yeah, well, I mean, sometimes that does happen, but for you, Saransh, you managed to get the win, and of course, you've managed to split the individual accolades between you all. You got the FGS ticket, Naveen gets the MVP. Is this the one you would have wanted starting out?
Yeah, like we had a little trash talk about the MVP. Honestly, he got the MVP of me by 2 goals. I think he was on 53, I was on 51.
Right.
I was telling him before yesterday's game that don't score too many, so I still get the goals. But yeah, like I'm very happy that both of us got something out of it. I'm heartbroken that we don't have 2 spots for the FGS. It's kind of weird that you had to be put up against your own teammate to qualify. But this is something I have been wanting for since I've started competing. So, it's like I'm honestly lost for words. Naveen is just like he's a great teammate, and I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, I mean, we all are. But, you know, Naveen, of course, I'm going to come back to you. We know that Saransh now has a lot of tournaments to prepare for, but what lies next for you from here on?
Next is the AFF, so I'll be preparing for that. Like whatever tournaments comes on from now, because I'm confident like I can do well in the tournaments after this, because this is one of the biggest tournaments in India, and in this, if I could prove everyone like whatever happened, so I'm confident for other tournaments. Whatever tournament comes, I'll take forward.
Saransh, I have a question for you, because within the game we were watching, I was watching your face cam, and there were multiple moments we just saw you take a sigh of relief. Oh, thank God, shot missed. Oh my God, I got the ball back. So, were you under a lot of pressure in this match?
So like when I got the lead, I went to OBS, which is overload ball side, which like compacts your defense.
Yeah.
So but that drains out a lot of stamina. So my only thing was that I'll keep the ball, and as soon as I'm defending, I just need to get the ball once or twice. And that's when I was relieved, I think, whenever I got the ball. Because when he scored that R9 goal, I was like, what? Like, I need to learn how to use R9 from him. Like, he scores some insane goals with him.
Yeah.
I mean, Azim has been talking about that R9 since yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, it just seems like particularly Naveen has such incredible control over that card. It's been a joy to watch. But it's been a massive journey now. 4 months for you all. 4 months in the studios, 4 months in the bubble, 4 months in the hotels. Obviously, you guys get to head home now. What's the one thing that you're looking forward to the most from leaving over here?
I'll get to meet Joey, my son, aka my dog. So I'm very excited about that.
Aww.
And I'll eat home food, which is something I'm also excited about. But yeah, like I'm looking forward to more events. I've got the 3rd qualifier coming up for FGS, and also the playoffs now. Obviously, the main aim will be to make it to the World Cup. But it's going to be incredibly tough facing up against 127 of the best players from the world. But it is something I've been looking forward to, a global LAN event finally, and to make it's just incredible.
What about you, Naveen? What are you looking forward to once you get back home?
Basically food, like, because I miss South Indian food a lot.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Me too, me too.
I mean, that's also quite important, right? You got to feed
yeah.
yourself. But
And,
once, yeah, you were
and
saying?
obviously family and everyone, like, because they miss me a lot in my house, because I'm the one who spends time with each other. Like, so they miss me a lot. And one more thing to say, I'm really happy for Saransh, like, because either one of us wins, it's like we are gonna represent the nation, so whoever it is will be proud of it. So I was like,
Yeah.
it is a big
He's
thing
a
for him
champion, no
now.
less, right?
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are champion
yeah,
nonetheless. I mean,
exactly.
you won the trophy yesterday. This was just like the FGS. I mean, which is pretty important, but there are going to be multiple opportunities in the future. Navin and Saransh, thank you so much for joining us. Both of you, congratulations to both of you, first of all, for winning the eISL yesterday for Chennai and FC. Navin, congratulations you to becoming the MVP, and Saransh for you for claiming this very big ticket to FGS. Thank you so much for joining us for this interview. It was a pleasure talking to both of you together.
Cheers.
Thank you guys. Cheers. See you.
Yes.
Such good syncs. Even
Yeah.
say thank you
You
together.
know, this is where I remember my brother Lok Manyu.
Yeah.
I asked this question up to him, who do you think is going to take it all? He was quite vocal. He was Saransh Jain, so definitely missing him on the desk over here. But seems
Yeah.
like his predictions have come true. But it has
No,
been such an emotional journey, to be honest, not just with the two players, with every single player
All of
coming
them.
in. And yeah, I'm kind of getting a little bit emotional. The little child in me is, long tournament and everything.
You just
yeah.
want to go back to 4 months ago and just relive the entire journey. We're going to come back to that. But for now, let's have a look at the hero of the match, because there were some very, very amazing goals being scored in this one. And since Saransh won, he is going to be the hero of the match. 3 goals scored. The second, the equalizer that came in, that was very quick.
Oh, that was something on a whole different level, right?
Yeah.
Especially the Saransh that we saw after he scored the second goal in. That is where he looked unstoppable. Ever since, everything that Navin tried was just all foiled down. And I think this is the Saransh that ideally you would have wanted to see on every other day, because maybe it's a double-edged sword, because if this Saransh did come in every single time, then this would have been a one-way competition, right? It could have been completely one-sided, because when we entered into the ISL, every player that you ask who's the most threatening team, they've got that one name, Chennai and FC. And eventually that did happen. The journey was a little bit different. They had to battle it out through the lower brackets, but here they are getting all the glory that they were entitled, that they deserve to have.
Azim, your take on the same as well.
Yeah, I mean, these guys, they've done an absolutely fantastic job throughout the tournament. And as I said repeatedly, like, it's so great that both of them managed to take one individual accolade from it along with the team game. So very, very pleased for them, and very sweet bunch of lads as well.
Very sweet,
They've really, but also very intense when it comes down to it. They're not sweet when you're playing against them. So yeah, that's what you want from an elite esports athlete, right? Somebody who's like humble and fun to talk to, but also absolute killer when they have that controller in their hands.
When they need to be, just when they need to be. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look at the Terra Virtua super moment of the match and see what this one is going to be. And well, this is going to be Navin scoring the second goal.
Oh, I mean, this was
No,
such a
it's the
this was such a nice
Oh,
attempt.
oh.
What a miss out here, because had this been scored, right, then it would have all ended then and there, right? You could have seen the moment, the next which came up. There could have been a whole different story. But look at Saransh Jain's expressions, right? Because after this, the dynamics could have changed, right? What Navin had been thinking, what was going on in his mind. Because yeah, this one little goal and that one little slip, one small mistake, I think that was all it took to take away that ticket from Navin there.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a different story had that one gone in. But I mean, again, it has been a long journey. 4 months inside a bubble for these lads. And you guys, I mean, again, we finally got these two to meet up on the grand finals. You guys want to share your experience? Azim, you first.
I think it's been fantastic for me. I think it's the first tournament that I've had the pleasure of casting rather than playing FIFA, so it was a great experience for me. It's been a long time. We've had lots of challenges throughout the last 4 months with the distancing and this and that and all the protocols we had to follow. But finally made it. I think the one thing that never suffered was the quality of FIFA on display. It was just Absolutely great, really great quality, really great bunch of boys, all 22 of them. I think they all had very individual personalities, very individually different people, a lot of different play styles we got to see as well. And of course, this is now the premier FIFA tournament in India and would be for the foreseeable future with that massive prize pool as well. And hopefully this kickstarts, let's not jinx ourselves, but on our way to season 2.
Oh, I mean, of course, I would love to see season 2 as well. But it's been such an emotional journey, right? 4 months of tournament from a production side. It's so difficult to execute, especially what we try to do over here. You know, get all the players living in the bio bubble, then have them come over to the studio, play against each other. The camaraderie that had been built. One of those tournaments where you could not say that he's the hero or he's the villain, or you've got everyone such a sweet bunch and everyone's so good to talk to. They've been trying to make their strides. They've done that, and a huge shout out to the entire production team, to the organizers for actually making this happen. Because when I got called over for the meeting, to discuss about this, even like, how are you going to pull it off? And then we're gonna do it, and here we are reaching that conclusion. And it has not just been a single person to give credit to, right? Every single person working behind and on the screen, everyone to put it all together, and especially the players, leaving their families. They're very young, like 17, 18 years. What were we doing back then? Wasting our parents' money. And now suddenly here they are, making a name for themselves. Now they've been recognized throughout the country, and the potential offers that are going to be flowing their way, a lot of other teams would be looking out for them. So this is such an interesting prospect, and in the grassroots levels, we are evolving. You never know if the season 2 comes. I think this is going to be bigger than ever.
I mean, exactly. This could be the start of something massive.
It's a revolution,
Exactly, a revolution in the making. But as you guys mentioned, it was a very big feat getting this all together. I mean, as Fixers, you mentioned, like 17 very young players starting their careers over here. I mean, and we never thought we were going to be a part of something like this, but it has been incredible. And thank you guys, our viewers, for tuning in on a regular basis and just being so emotionally involved in all the action that was happening on the field with these lads. Thank you so much for tuning in to the eISL, ladies and gentlemen, powered by Coca-Cola, with associate sponsors, esports partner, Nodwin Gaming, platform partner, PlayStation, digital collectible partner, Terra Virtua. This is I have been your host, Warren Super Johnny John, for the last 2 days. Just for the finals, I was here. These guys have been here for 4 months, the entire duration. Azim, Fixes, thank you so much for making this all so entertaining and so much fun to watch. But it's time to call a night and end the show now. We'll see you guys hopefully in the next season. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.